Welcome to another video where we synchronize the 12 systems. This stage really comes to a deeper connection to spirit. The symbol for Sagittarius is Centaur Archer. Sagittarius is a fire sign that likes to travel, and it is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion. In alchemical incineration, this is the point where the dross left over from putrefaction is burned away, leaving only the spirit of the substance. In plant alchemy, this is where the body of the plant is removed, leaving only the spirits. In the case of wine, this is the point where the liquid of the plant has been removed from the grapes and the skin and stems are removed. Paul Foster Case describes the stage of incineration as the point where the subconscious shifts and releases the idea of separation from source. With putrefaction, we accepted oneness as a reality, but here, even on a subconscious level, we embrace oneness, burning away selfish desires. For me, in my personal life, I experienced this in a dream that taught me I had accepted oneness on a deeper level. In the dream, I was watching a tape, and if I gave the right answer on how many people were wearing red shirts, I would get superpowers. There were people wearing blue and red shirts, but at one point, the video was black and white, so it wasn't easy to tell. Eventually, I realized the correct answer was one. Because of oneness, there really was only one being in the video. So that is my personal experience with this level of alchemy. On a deep, profound level, I accepted, on a subconscious level, oneness. Now, the tarot card for this step is Temperance. Here we have an angel pouring water onto a lion, symbolizing Leo, a fire sign, and adding fire to the eagle, symbolizing Scorpio, a water sign. This indicates both experimentation and balance. The result of both actions is smoke. With fire and water, there is steam, and when water is dumped on a fire, there is smoke. This ties in with the recognition of unity consciousness because smoke is a symbol for spirit. Spirit is one of the three essentials. It is the essence of the substance. At the core of who we are, the seed, if you will, is oneness. We all spring from the same source and contain this archetypal blueprint. In alchemy, the process is to separate the seed from the rest of the substance and use that to create the most perfect form of the substance. So this is where we, on an inner level, catch sight of the seed. The further stages will just perfect and multiply this aspect of ourselves. When it comes to the indigenous moon, this is the silent snow moon. This is the final moon in the northwestern direction, and autumn in the northern hemisphere. The western direction is that of water, and it is the process of manifestation. First is the cloud, then comes the rain, and at this point, the third moon in the west, we can see the snow that is solidified physical result of the process. I love what Margaret Limbaud describes it as. Both days and nights are cold, and the silence that accompanies the snowfall begins to settle upon the earth. The animals make their preparations for the winter slumber, and will soon enfold Mother Earth. The stars sparkle most brightly at this time of year, and we are drawn to the beauty of the night sky. We begin to wonder about our connection with the greater universe. Page 22. Here again we have that connection to oneness. We feel our connection to the cosmos as we survey what we have wrought. We can now see what has manifested, the results of our energetic harvests, and the work is really done. We rest at this point and contemplate what we have. In Joseph Campbell's hero's journey, we have reached the return, which is perfect for adventurous Sagittarius that always has its eye on the horizon. But we do not cross the threshold here. Instead, this is where we have difficulties around the return. Campbell shares a quote from the resurrection of Osiris, who, having cast off the world, would desire to return again. If we were granted the boon by following the process of the sacred marriage and at-one-ment with the Father, we have the refusal to return. Campbell brings that even the Buddha didn't believe that he could convey his realizations and almost refused to return to humanity with the information he gained. If he stole the boon because we didn't go through the process, we have the magical flight. Here we are chased by all the powers of the shadow that is attempting to reclaim the power we have stolen. Finally, there's the rescue from without, where others intervene in the process. Campbell describes it this way. They show the final stages of the adventure, the continued operation of the supernatural assisting force that has been attending the elect through the whole course of the ordeal. His consciousness having succumbed, the unconscious nevertheless supplies its own balances, and he's born back into the world from which he came. Instead of holding on to and saving his ego, as in the pattern of the magical flight, he loses it, and yet through grace is returned. So here too we find oneness. The ego is what separates us from oneness. It's through the perception of the self as separate that we are able to develop into unique beings. When the ego is stripped away, as with the difficulties of the return, all that is left is oneness. Yet at this stage we do not cross the threshold. When we look to the threshold, contemplate it, but we do not actually cross it. We remain in the realm of the subconscious into which we had descended. Now the hero letter to this step is Samek. Samek is esoteric traditions means tent peg. Samek, Paul Foster Case notes, looks like the serpent swallowing its own tail. Of course, the serpent swallowing its own tail is known as the Ouroboros, or serpent's mercury, and symbolizes the prima materia. The Ouroboros represents eternity, or eternal spirit. Again, at the heart of it is oneness. Now, spirit is one of the three essentials. Spiritus, anima, and corpus is one set of names for the three essentials. Another set of names is sulfur, salt, and mercury. I associate spirit with mercury. Mercury, then, is the seed, the spirit that is extracted from a substance. This is what we are working with in alchemy. We see this confirmed with the fact that the rebus is the divine child born from the alchemical wedding. The rebus is known symbol for Mercury, which is known to be androgynous. To summarize, it is at the 9th stage, which corresponds to 9 months, which is the time of a human pregnancy, that we get rid of everything that is not the divine child. The divine child will continue with 3 more stages of development, but what has been transformed is our connection and relationship to spirit. Our Mercury has been transmutated. Instead of feeling separate and as though we are missing a part of ourselves, we can recognize that we are one with everything, that we are safely nestled within and constantly meeting with the self whenever we interact with material creation. Well, that is it for this video. We have 3 more stages to go. You may have noticed I changed the names of these videos. I felt it just looked cleaner. With the next stage, we finally reach the tarot cards of the Seeker. It's interesting they begin at the end stages of alchemy. I believe this shows that there is even more spiritual development beyond the 12 stages that transcend the process. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment below so others can find my channel and this video. Bye for now.